What's up, guys? Today we are working on a JZ car, but it's not the E36. So I finally convinced my buddy Tyler that he needed to buy a drift car. And so he picked up this beautiful SC300. She's a little rough around the edges, but overall, really good car. Manual 5-speed, 2JZ non-vvti. So he's got the good block. If he wants to upgrade to vvti in the future, he could easily throw a vvti head on there. But yeah, this thing's rad. So we need to get this thing ready to go drifting, because next weekend is the first event of the year at Hawkeye Downs, and he needs a clutch. It's slipping really bad, and we're gonna weld the diff and do a few other things and get her ready to go. So first things first, we're gonna get her up on the lift and get the transmission out of it. All right, what's it gonna take to get this trans out?
Gonna do the exhaust first.
Oh, yep. Drive shaft
And
diff.
heat plates.
Is there a center support in the drive
Yes,
shaft?
right here.
Okay, so we'll get the exhaust out, drive shaft out, and then we can do diff and trans. All right, so the exhaust actually came out without a hitch. It was super easy. Just the 2 bolts at the front and then the hangers. And if you guys don't have one of these exhaust hanger tools, you should definitely invest in one. These things are awesome. They make getting the exhaust out of the hanger super easy. I always struggled fighting with pry bars and shit trying to get the exhaust out of the hangers. It's the move. All right, so we got a couple heat shields to take off, and then we'll get this drive shaft out, and then unbolt the trans, unbolt the diff, pull them out. Get any movement? Yeah, you got a little bit.
A little bit. Felt like
Go side to side.
Felt like it was gonna jump out.
There you go.
Yep. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So this is gonna be kind of hard. So we're gonna have to like.
Is your shifter, or is it in like first gear? All the way forward?
Good question. I'm gonna wash up. I'll jump up there.
All right.
All right.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, that was easy.
Get the clutch off, see how much material is left on it. All right, the trans came off pretty easy, other than we should have taken these 4 shifter bolts out before we started moving the trans, because the shifter is actually got a bend in it, so you can't get it out just dropping it straight down. But you take those 4 bolts out, take the shifter off, and then it came right out. So we're gonna get this clutch off and see what it looks like. So the old clutch was pretty worn. She still had a little bit of material left on it, but not a whole lot. But there is quite a bit of color and hot spots on the flywheel, so that's not the greatest, but I think it'll be okay. And then the pressure plate had quite a bit of wear on the fingers from the throwout bearing, which could stop it from fully disengaging. And then there's a lot of color on that. So we've got a new pressure plate, new clutch disc, new pilot bearing, new throwout bearing. So hopefully all of that will fix the clutch issue, and she should be good to go. So the next step's gonna be getting rid of this old pilot bearing. I've seen people use the bread trick to take out old pilot bearings before, but I've never actually tried it myself. I just so happen to actually have some bread here, so we're gonna give it a shot and see if it works. I think it'll be kind of fun. All right, so I think our objective here is just to shove as much bread in there as possible, and then it will push the bearing out from the inside. So we're just gonna give that a shot and see what happens. I've had lots of people say this works, so I have faith. It's if we can get enough bread in there is the question. But I have a little chisel here so I can shove it in there. Ah, the mice are gonna love me. I feel like it probably doesn't like the crust just like me, so we're gonna tear that off. Yeah. This bread's also like 2 months old, so I don't know how good it is, but it's squishy. I don't know where it's all going, but it doesn't seem to be pressing it out yet. Come on. So far, I'm not a fan of this method. Actually, I think it's come out partway.
It's pressing, yeah. It is working.
Oh yeah, she's coming.
Amazing.
Uh-huh. Might need some more bread. Apparently it takes 3 slices. A little bit left here. Okay, we'll give her some crust. Crust doesn't work too good. All right, get another slice. There it is. Now we got a bunch of bread to clean out of there. Well, at least we got her out. Was that easier than just taking a slide hammer to it? I don't know, but we got her out. All right, so we got new rear main seal, pilot bearing, clutch, and pressure plate installed.
About all we can do.
Wiggle. Oh, there she is. Yeah. Wiggle up and down. Oh yeah. I think she's started. Forgot about those. Tyler got himself a beautiful eBay header here, so we got that installed. Took a little bit of bending to get it to go on the flanges, but she's good. So we're about to hear what a straight piped NA 2JZ sounds like. I'm kind of excited because my car's always been turbo, so the turbo kind of muffles it a little bit. I'm really curious to see what it sounds like just straight piped.
Oh, the clutch feels way better.
Oh, nice.
Batteries unhooked.
Oh yeah. She's fucking loud. Sounds like a straight pipe car.
Yeah, it does.
Fucking definitely needs a at least some exhaust on it.
Oh yeah.
All right, that was cool, but we're gonna put the rest of the stock exhaust back on it for now. The open header life just isn't for us, way too loud. So we'll put all of this back on, but we will be deleting that cat because the header deletes that. So it should still sound a little bit louder, a little better. But the diff's all welded up, it's back in the car. So all we gotta do is drive shaft, exhaust, and we should be in business. All right, she's all back together and on the ground. So now we can fire her up with that stock exhaust, see how that sounds. Should be a little better than just the straight piped header. And then we're gonna go take her for a test drive. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She's loud, but not too loud. Definitely sounds way better than the fucking open headers.
Yeah. Leaking a little bit, but gonna be banding it.
Alright, let's see how she sounds driving it. How do you feel about clutch break-in?
I don't really know.
I've never really broken one in. I just fucking sent it right off the bat.
I've never really done much break-in either.
Go left.
I've always bought cheap piece of shit clutches I didn't care about anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's definitely welded now.
Does it felt like it slipped at all? Okay, go right. Watch it, this is a bump.
Oh Jesus, yeah it is.
Probably walking around. Oh yeah! She spins.
Yeah, she does.
Clutch held it.
Oh yeah, clutch feels good.
Yeah.
I just don't love the friction point. It's really
Yeah.
off the floor.
You'll get used to it. And that'll slowly wear out a little bit. Because mine was the same way when I first installed. It was right off the floor. Do full throttle to see how she is. She's pretty slow.
Yeah, it's pretty slow, but I think it's, you know,
It's got
probably
plenty
not,
of torque to spin the tires.
It's not far off what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with it.
How much do these things weigh?
36.
Okay. I think they've definitely got to be heavier than like the 3 Series.
Oh yeah.
The car's running good, it drifts, so hopefully Tyler will be able to make it to the track. He's got a few little things to do, but nothing that should stop him from being able to drift it. So I'm super excited for that. I really want to see him drift for the first time, so it's going to be a lot of fun until next weekend when we'll see you at the track. Clutch kick. There you go. Yeah, hold the clutch in a little longer, get your RPMs up. You're good.
Try and hold it a second.
There you go.
I need to work on the alignment too. It doesn't have a ton of power in second.
Yeah, almost could have had it. Just
Keep turning left and clutch kick it again.
Oh.